y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I am setting up my faith planners for 2022. So I actually have two faith planners that I'm planning on using. One is in the big size. This is the Spoonful of Faith Big Faith Edition planner. I'm super excited. It is so pretty and so gorgeous. I cannot wait to jump in. Love, love, love this planner. So I have this one. I don't have a lot to do for this one. And then I have this planner, and this is the Marble Faith planner that is new for 2022. And this one I'm going to use in kind of a different way. So it's the same format for faith planning, but I'm going to try something a little bit different, and I'll kind of explain that as I go. So I have those pulled out. This is my current faith planner. That's kind of my on-the-go faith planner. So I'm going to be using bits and pieces from here because I love this one, and I'll be pulling out some things. A lot of it will transfer over, but I just kind of wanted to show you how I plan to set it up. So as always, I will link things down below that I end up using. If I forget something, just make sure to let me know, and I will add that link below. All right, let's go. All right, so to start out for my big faith planner, we're actually just going to change out the discs to start out. I know that I'm going to be adding printables in here every single week, so I know that this is going to need to be on expander discs. So I'm going to add those in right here. So we'll be doing these large pink ones. They don't go perfectly, but they're bright pink and they're gorgeous. My issue is that they don't go with the inside quite as well. I kind of wish I had expander gold maybe, or I wish they made expander white discs. I feel like that would be my favorite with this one, but they don't make expander discs in white, at least not yet, not as far as I know. So we're going to go with this magenta gold this magenta color because I think it is super, super pretty. So we'll start with that. And then as we put in the different months for this particular planner, this is where I will do my daily scripture study or my daily reading plan. In 2022, I'm planning on reading the Bible in a year, and I know people either feel like that's a great idea, or they think you're reading too fast, or, you know, it's up to you. I chose not to do it for 2021. I did some more in-depth studies, and in the end, I kind of missed the reading the Bible through the year. I love starting out my day that way, and so that's what I plan to do. I'm going to use probably the Bible app, the YouVersion Bible app, to help me with that. I haven't totally narrowed down my plan yet. When I decide which one I'm going to do, I'll definitely let you all know in case you're interested. But I will be reading through in a year. It's always kind of a struggle to get these on, but then once they're on, they'll work. So this is one that I use in my daily Bible study. I do not take this particular faith planner anywhere. This lives in my craft room. It gets pulled out with my Bible in the morning when I do quiet time. So that's why I don't mind having the big size. It gives me more room to write, which is always a good thing for me. So I'm excited to use the big size again. I did it for the first time 18 months ago and absolutely loved it. Okay, now that those rings are in for the monthly layout, I do scripture writing. I haven't decided if I'm going to just use the YouVersion Bible app for this one, or there's a possibility I found another scripture plan that I may end up using, but I haven't decided yet. But I know I'm going to be reading through Project Grateful each month. And so these are little cards I made when Project Grateful came out. This is a study from Illustrated Faith, and it's documenting gratitude all through the year. And so with each month, there's just a little short devotional to read. And so I made these cards so that I could snap them in to my faith planner and have them right there. So I would make sure to read them each month. So that's my plan. I'm going to snap those in, and then this one will pretty much be done because my next one is where a lot of my other faith planning, the rest of my faith planning goes. So I'll be sticking all of these in, and then I'll move on to the next faith planner. So let's talk about this faith planner and why I'm going to use it now, and I wasn't going to use it until very recently. So I usually do the Beloved Society scripture writing plan from Illustrated Faith, and this is the 2022 plan that I purchased, and it has a different emphasis. So the plan for 2022 is all about memorizing scripture, which is something I haven't really done before. So here is what I'm thinking. I have kind of set each week. I think that I'm going to use this as where I'm going to write scripture and memorize it. So I have a different kind of setup. Let me explain what I plan to do on each day of the week. All right, so I'm going to use this space. So on Mondays, I am going to copy out the scripture exactly as it is given on these gorgeous cards. I'll probably include the card down here because it'll take up some of that space, and I'll just copy out the scripture right here and have the reference up here. On Tuesday, I'm going to pray the scripture. So that will look a little different. I'll just use this space right here to pray the scripture. On Wednesday, I'm going to copy the scripture again, but I'm going to do a different translation of the scripture. On Thursday, I'm going to do the first letter of each word. So I'm going to practice writing out the first letter of each word of the scripture. And the reason I'm doing it on Thursday is because I can simply flip this. And so I don't have the scripture in front of me, and I can practice writing it that way. On Friday, I'm going to copy the scripture again, different translation. And so this will be the third translation. Copy the scripture in a different translation. On Saturday, it'll be reading the full chapter and taking notes. And then on Sunday, it'll be writing out the scripture one last time. So the plan is to do that in that way. Hopefully it'll help me memorize scripture. That's something I've never been great at, but I have all of the plan printed out. I haven't decided. This is not going to be a lot of decoration. So what it's going to be is the scripture over here. I'll probably add in a little bit of washi tape each week. And that will be that. It's not going to be a lot. And in fact, I'm not sure that I'm going to have anything on the monthly layout for these. I think it might be empty. We'll see. We'll see. I don't anticipate anything, but I think I could still use this section. So that's my plan for the main part of this particular faith planner. But I do like to add in a lot of other things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off my planner cover again, and I'm going to change over the discs to metal disc, gold metal disc, because I think it's beautiful and it's going to be wonderful. And I think, again, I'm only going to do 6 months at a time in here. Okay, so we're going to add 6 months to start, and then there's going to be some other sections that get added in. So let me transfer those papers, and then we'll keep talking. All right, so I have 6 months in here. This is my current faith planner. We're going to take these out. Those will probably get added back in. And we're going to take some of the dividers out. So this one is prayer journal right here. So that'll be the next thing that goes in my faith planner. And I'm going to add in this gorgeous filler paper from the Marble Faith line. It is dotted line on the front and then grid on the back I usually use one side a day for prayer journaling, and there's no decoration on prayer journaling. It's just writing out each morning at the end of my quiet time some prayers for that day, just continuing prayer. So prayer journal will be first, and then let me check out this. I don't know how many I even have left of this discipline. Okay, I do. So next is going to be this disciplines section, and let me add in the tab first. These are all old ones that I had from just previous planners that I just customized to make work for what I wanted, and I already labeled them. And then in the discipline tab, I'm going to go to this. So this is from the Spoonful of Faith like extension pack, I believe. So let me pull these out. And what this is for me are just things that these are going to be some like day or weekly practices, things you're working on for that particular week. So you have several pages of that, not enough for the whole year. So we'll kind of see how it goes. And then just some grid paper that you can use, also prayers and praises. And what I like about pages like this is it does help me to keep track of prayer requests, which can be easy for me to lose track of. And I never want to lose track of if I have promised to pray for someone. Obviously, that's an important thing to do. So I'm going to have that section in there, and it'll give me some focus for the week, but also a place to write down prayer requests. So that's what disciplines is for me. Next will be sermon notes, because I do carry this particular faith planner to church. So I'm going to see if I'm actually running low on that paper. So I think I'm going to pull out this particular paper. I'm not sure what this one is from, but I don't decorate my sermon notes in my faith planner. So all I need is paper in there, and that'll be perfect for my sermon notes. And if I want to journal on those, then I can just journal in my Bible after that. So that'll be there. This is getting thick. And then I have power verses. So that one, I have some that I'm going to transfer over. And these are just verses that I am focused on. This is a vision board that I use to keep track of the verses that I have done for power verses. And then if you can see, these are just pages that I've done I have 4 of them. So these just come up every now and again, and I feel like I'll probably make more of these, considering I'm doing that scripture memorizing plan. Making a power verse page might be a really good way to kind of end the week on those. So we'll leave those in there. Those are the ones I've done already, and I'm gonna just leave that there. And then I have in the back of this, I do have a pocket page, but I think I'll go with this one that kind of does the marble grace as well. So that is in there. Ta-da! And then I'm going to I do like having, I'm going to put this one that says pray, pray, pray right there. And I'll add my name into this one. Okay, so let's look at the faith planner. Gorgeous, gorgeous cover, first of all. Little envelope just for little tidbits in case I need it. Post-it notes are a really good thing to keep in here. Have this. I don't know what I'll keep in this kind of perpetual calendar. I may not use it in my faith planner. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay. So you could write out the scripture that you're studying that week just by verse, just keep another way to keep track. Like I said, I'm not sure that I'll do anything on the monthly pages, but again, I'm going to kind of think about it a little bit now that it's all set up. And then on the weekly pages, this is where I'll be putting the scripture writing plan. So, I can go ahead and set up the first 6 months. And like I said, it's super simple. It's going to be the scripture right here, maybe some washi tape just to decorate it, but nothing crazy on that. Like I said, this one is more of a study planner. So it's not quite as decorative. So I have 6 months in there for that. And then the rest of my faith planner, I have a prayer journal ready to go. I have my disciplines section, which holds prayer requests and then just things I'm working on faith-wise in that particular week. Sermon notes, so I can take notes at church, and then power verses, and then an envelope at the back. So that is all set up. Okay, so to find my specific spot, I think we'll use this set of dashboards. I think it came out in the spring, if I can find it. It says embrace your own pace, which I think is perfect for the memorizing of scripture right there. So we'll put that one in there. And then I need one for my prayer journal section. So that one will be Just Bloom. Love those florals. And then I think I don't need one for disciplines, at least not yet. We'll kind of see how that goes. I do like to keep one in here with sermon notes. So those will be easy to find there at the top. And then I think now I'm going to be carrying, since this one's coming to church, I am planning on carrying it with me. So I thought this would be a pretty cover to kind of keep it in. White, very simple. And then it goes nicely with the inside. I can keep a few extra pieces right there. And for now, I'm going to just tuck. No, this isn't going to tuck very well. That's not going to tuck very well. So we'll see. We'll see how I end up using that. But we'll keep this extra envelope in here. And this is ready to go. All right, so these are my faith planners for 2022. I hope you enjoyed the setup video. I hope it gave you some ideas for how you might want to approach faith planning in the new year. If you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave them below. I'd love to talk to you about faith planning and how I've been using it and how I plan to use it in the coming year. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. I will link everything down below so you can check out any of these products. I don't think Happy Planner has this particular cover. So if you are looking for this cover, I think the best recommendation might be to go on someplace like Zulily, because I think sometimes they do still have these classic size covers for the Happy Planner. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.